tuning in. Cooking with Mesa, episode 4. Real dope episode that I got going on for you today. Don't have my resident chef with me here today, but you know, I chef it up myself. So on today's episode, I'm gonna teach you how to make a garlic rosemary filet mignon with salted European butter on a hot iron skillet. And I'm also making, to go with that, a little topping, chimichurri, Argentinian chimichurri. I hope you guys have been enjoying the shows. I hope you've been enjoying the episodes. I've been getting a lot of feedback saying about the amount of seasoning that should go into these dishes that we've been doing on these shows. And it's like I tell everybody, I really never use a certain amount. I kind of only use whatever I feel to my liking. So I suggest you guys do it the same way, whatever your liking is. So without further ado, first thing we're gonna work on today is chimichurri. Chimichurri is like a Argentinian sauce that's created, and honestly, you know, people put it on steaks, but you kind of like put it on everything. You could use it as seasoning, you could use it as a marinade, you could use it as, you put it on a sandwich, you can put it on, the Argentinians make this thing called choripan, Argentinian Uruguayans. And it's kind of sausage with mayonnaise, and then you throw some chimichurri on top of that as well. So what you're gonna need to make this chimichurri is, it's a real simple thing to do. You're gonna need American parsley. Not Italian, American parsley. You're gonna need garlic cloves, okay? You're gonna need oregano, you're gonna need red pepper flakes, sea salt, and black pepper. And then people use different types of oil. Me personally, I'm using extra virgin olive oil, and that's what you're gonna need as well. So basically, I'm not gonna go into too much detail on how to chop parsley, but you grab the bunch, you take the stems off on the bottom, and you come over here and you start chopping away. And man, this stuff, I'm telling you, man, you can make a tub of this stuff real quick and just kind of have it in the fridge. And just have it on deck for whatever you want to do. You can do breaded chicken. I do breaded chicken sandwiches with this. So I do like a breaded chicken sandwich, lettuce, tomato, onions, a little bit of mayo on the bread, and then I add some of this too. Amazing. So you chop the parsley down like this. And this is how you want it looking. You want it fine chopped right there. You know what I mean? That's how you want it. Put that in our little preparation bowl right here. And then I'm not gonna chop too much garlic because I already did the chopping, and I used that in the beginning, and then I chopped a little more with the knife. But simple. Depending how much garlic you like is how much you add to this sauce. Me, I love garlic, so I added a decent amount. And I come over here, I chop away, nice and fine, nice and small. A lot of people use the processor, try to, you know, grind this away, but I kind of like having the little chunks still and not really too pureed. So yeah, I learned this recipe from my grandmother, and even though she's not Argentinian, she's very cultural and learned how to do different things. All right, so here we go. Boom. This is what you want. This is your base right here. The garlic and the parsley. All right, so I don't know if you want to get it from this angle to show the people what it's going to look like. That's your base. I'll show you over here on this angle. If you can see it, that's your base. Boom. Next step, we're gonna come over here. Oregano, to your liking, okay? To your liking. Oregano, nice amount of oregano. I like oregano. Okay? Now, a lot of people can't take spiciness, they can't take the heat. So, this one try carefully. And since everybody else is eating this, I'm not gonna put too much, even though I can take the heat and I'll make it spicier, but I'm only gonna put a little bit. Yeah, that's good. This definitely needs a generous amount of salt. So keep that in mind. I used the big slot for this one. Generous amount of salt. That's good. Pepper. Generous amount of pepper as well. That's good. And then this is 90% done. The last step, which will add another 5%. These are about 2 cups of olive oil. You want it to be at a point where when you make it, let's say this is the jar that you're gonna put the sauce in. You kind of want half of it to be filled with the parsley, the garlic, and all the seasoning, and then it's always gonna layer on top by itself, clear, would be the olive oil. Anytime you use it, you wanna use it for a sandwich, you wanna use it for a sauce, you wanna use it for a marinade, you take a spoon, swirl it around, you use it. So we're gonna pour this in here. And it's looking like I'm gonna have to use, if not a little bit of more oil. Had an extra stash right here in the cup. Okay. Come over here, spin it around. And it looks like I'm gonna need just a little bit more oil. And that's okay, you know what I mean? Because once you get the oil in here and it starts soaking up the parsley, the garlic, you see that you gotta keep an eye on, think about the balance, you know what I mean? You'll see that you'll need a little bit more oil. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's just right. Sometimes you gotta take a little oil out. Whatever the case may be. Not every time it's gonna be the same. And that's the beauty of cooking. You can cook a dish a million times, and each time is gonna come out different. And I think now we hit ideally. Yeah. We hit ideally what we want it to look like. And here we go. And that's it. This is done. And that, my friends, is chimichurri. Right there, on deck. Freshly made at home. You ain't gotta go too far for it. It's easy to make, delicious. You can have it at the house. When people come over, you got family gatherings, you have to make the sauce. You can pour it on top of anything, honestly. It's ridiculous. So now we're gonna get into this filet mignon. And like I said, shout out to my grandmother for passing down the chimichurri recipe. Abuela, you're the best. I'm still rolling strong with it, and we're taking it all the way to the top. Son de Mesa, chimichurri, baby, you already know. Anyways, now over here I got nice cut of filet mignon, nice cut of steak right here. Okay, picked it up today at the market. I'm gonna come over here, and I've learned, and it's something you guys should learn too. Okay? I've learned that with steak, you know, you grow up Cuban, you see your mom put, you know, we used to eat thin steaks. I never really ate filet mignons until I got older. But we eat the palomillas, the skinny one, with the onions on top. But as you go older, you educate yourself a little bit more, you realize that a good steak, all the seasoning a good steak really needs is sea salt and black pepper. That's it. Generous amount on both sides. You kind of want it to be like a dry rub. Okay? Push it in there. So, now that I got the steak marinating with a nice dry rub, I'm going to show you on a different camera angle what it looks like and what it's supposed to look like. Oh, the amount of seasoning you use on the steak. Come here, let me show you. So you see over here, right? It's almost like, it's like a crust. And you want it like that on both sides. And I'm even going to hit up these edges right here. Yeah, these are nice cuts of filet mignon. We picked that up today at the market. Okay? And of course, another thing I want to teach you guys today. One of the best pans you can cook a steak in is a cast iron skillet. And that's what we're using here today. And little lesson on cast iron skillets. When you use a cast iron skillet and you're done cooking in it, you know, you rinse it. You don't want to use soap, or you don't want to use a like a scrub Brillo type of to clean the pan. You want to use a soft sponge, and you want to use warm water to clean it out. No soap, because it ruins the taste. This is a seasoning cast iron pan. So when you're done rinsing it with the hot water and a nice sponge, you clean it out. Before you put it away, you gotta lather it in cooking oil or plant oil, whichever one. You lather the whole thing around. So that's a little lesson for you guys. If you didn't know that about cast iron skillets. So best thing to cook a steak on. It's honestly it's one of the best. So we're gonna wait for our pan to heat up over here and get rocking and rolling. I already hit it up with some oil. Now for the steak, it's to your preference. People have different temperatures they eat steaks. Me personally, I kill it. So does my doctor. So he's 51. Looks like he's 22. And he tells me all the time, he's like, yo, Rob, I know how to eat. You know, and I indulge. If I want to have a steak, I burn it. And I was like, yeah, I do the same thing. He said, man, I've been burning steaks before I knew that it was good to just fucking kill whatever's in there. But anyways, so I'm going to cook this steak today. What I'm trying to say is that I'm going to cook my filet, even though it's so tender and so soft, and I could probably have it at a medium well or a medium or even a medium rare. I don't like to eat my steaks that way. I cook them all the way, and that's how I do it. So don't follow me if you don't want to eat a well done steak, almost Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is almost basically burnt. But don't do this if you don't want to eat a well done steak. I suggest, you know, you move at whatever temperature you like. Now, steak is seasoned. I got rosemary. This is just the smell alone makes you feel like this is what it smells like when you walk into like the gates of heaven or something. I don't know. Just I don't know. It's just amazing. So for this dish, for this steak, we're gonna need garlic cloves, right? Rosemary, salt and pepper seasoning with the steak. This butter is a European salted butter. It's expensive. This block right here costs about like $7. But it is the best. I'm talking about the best butter you will ever have in your life. Pulgra. They got a salted one and they got an unsalted one. Obviously, you know which one I want. So we're gonna throw a nice stick of butter in there. Okay? We're gonna throw a couple cloves in there. Okay? And if you want from this angle, I would want if you gave them the view from like this, from the top, so they could see. Because a lot of people have been hitting me, telling me they want to see more of the pan action. So we're catering to you guys today on this episode. About this much rosemary. About this much. We want to throw it in there on the side, right? Come over here. Okay. It's action time, ladies and gentlemen. You want to take a spoon. You want to take a spoon. Use that butter, throw it on top. This butter is everything, man. I'm telling you. So you start smelling as it's cooking. You start smelling the rosemary burning in there. You start smelling the garlic getting roasted in there with the butter and the filet, which is gonna get cooked so quick. This filet get cooked quick. I'm gonna put these back in here. I'm just gonna let that sit part of my back. Again, guys, if you haven't yet, please, can you please, it takes 2 seconds, it's free, doesn't even cost you guys anything. Subscribe to my channel, please. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, if you're watching this and you didn't comment, if you're watching this and you didn't like this video, it's really holding me back. I need you guys to get involved. I need you guys to let me know. Give me your ideas, because this is what I'm doing this for. You know what I mean? So if you have a question, if you have an opinion about something that we can do better, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and get in tune with the show. We got a lot of good stuff coming, and it's gonna only get better, man. So we're gonna check on the stuff over here. Move my garlic around. Move my rosemary around. Okay. We got a nice little. We're gonna leave that down there a little bit, like I said. So what I do is I cut a little thin slice of butter. Catch it over there. We're gonna lay that on top right there. We're gonna rest on top of that. So, yeah, subscribe to my channel. You already know the deal. Let's get busy. We in episode 4. Taste of My City episode 2 is on the way. And like I said, it's only gonna get better. Today we're doing, for those of you just tuning into the premiere, garlic rosemary filet mignon with salted European butter and an Argentine chimichurri that I learned from my grandmother. Yeah, man. We got some good stuff for y'all today. So, I see this working pretty nice. Rub this butter nice over there. We're gonna flip this around. Look at that sear, guys. Look at that sear on that steak. Look at that sear on that steak, guys. Only on Cooking with Mesa. Got some of this butter right on top. We got the rosemary infused in there, the garlic infused, the butter infused, the salt and pepper. You got a prime steak. Yeah. So you want it to have a good sear on both sides, okay? So I'm gonna give it a really good sear on both sides to the point that it's almost done already. But when it's done, I'm gonna take my tongs and I'm gonna flip it and hold it up to get a nice sear on the edges around the steak. And we're almost at the finish line, guys. Decided to do this today because it's a Super Bowl edition. So I got people over my house actually today in about an hour and a half. A couple people be over the house. And I got a lot of stuff cooking up today. This is just one thing that I'm making for the show. But if you come back here, I got a secret compartment. And we're going to show this on the show. Even though we're not making it, but we're going to show you that we're really about this cooking life. You know what I mean? We're really in here in the kitchen throwing it down. I'm going to show you through this angle, so we're going to flip to the next camera. Check this out. So over here in the crock pot, I got in the slow cooker. I've had it on since about 1 o'clock. Check that out. I got some nice roast pork ribs right now. You know, they're in the process right now. Right now they look like they're wet, but it'll dry up and then it'll get crispy and all that. Right in here in the slow cooker, which is absolutely amazing. We got that in the cup. So, got that sear I was looking for on both sides. Now I'm gonna, I want to give it a sear on the edges. Now don't judge me because I'm eating this filet well done, man. You know? Don't judge me, man. I know what you're going to say. I know what the comments are going to say. Can't believe you're eating a filet mignon well done like that. I know. And it's okay, man. Everybody got their own liking. Me personally, this is how I like to eat my steak. Yeah. I'm okay with that. And it's like I said, you guys want to cook it medium rare, by all means. Knock yourself out, man. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh man, you're going to eat that all bloody. Nah, man, we're not going to judge. We're not going to pass judgment, man. For those of you that watch the show and don't know that I do music, I'm also a hip hop artist. That's why you see these CDs here, my merch, you know what I mean? I thought this would be a cool way to tune in with my fans, get familiar. So, this is almost done, but like I said, I like it well done. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look. Don't know if you want to come around from here. So here we have it. Filet, garlic, rosemary, filet mignon with salted European butter and a side of homemade Argentinian chimichurri. Let me move this over here. Move it down. Let's get it. We are ready to try this out. Shall I do the honors, Rob? Let's get it. Shout out to my young shooter for Hardo Films. It's very rare that you see youngins at 20, 21, hungry, humble, paying their dues, and for Hardo is definitely one of the dudes. Lucky for me to find another young shooter, and we're making a lot of great content for y'all. So without further ado, we're gonna try this now. You can go about this either way. Right now, the steak is resting, it's breathing, the rosemary, the scent is still roaming around it. Now, come over here, chop, right? Let's show people real quick the chimney from the top view, from a bird eye angle. We're gonna come and give the chimney a little spin right here. Next level. Thank you for tuning in. Cooking with Mesa. Garlic, rosemary, filet mignon with European salted butter, homemade Argentinian chimichurri. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you make it at home. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at Mr. 100 Summers. It's your boy, episode 4. Signing out for the people, by the people. You already know. Mesa. Yo, so, abuela, thank you for putting me on. Psych! Yo, Al, you must have been tight watching this episode the whole way. But guess what? Nah, ladies and gentlemen, I lied. My grandmother did not put me onto this. I was actually being spiteful and kind of like rubbing it in his face because this recipe actually got passed down to my fiance's father. He's the one that showed me this because he's Uruguayan. And I want to give the proper credit for it. I don't want to lie. I almost forgot to edit this in. But yo, Al, I got you, baby. You watching, you tuned in, and I took over your family recipe, and it now belongs to the Mesa family, and we're gonna make this recipe better, and we're gonna take it above and beyond. Signing out.